Do Malaysians live in trees? According to the comment section, maybe. People says, we live on trees, don't tell people. Another screams, this is AI. And someone warns, Malaysia is not safe. Leave us alone. I'm not kidding. Reading these comments had me laughing for 10 minutes straight. But underneath the jokes, there's a real reason why Malaysia is a country locals are fiercely protective of. And today, I'm going to show you why Malaysia isn't like any other tourist destination in Asia, and why it might just be the best kept secret you've never heard of. Before we dive in, hit that like button if you love discovering hidden gems. Subscribe for insider insights and ring the bell so you never miss the secrets most tourists overlook. Let me set the record straight. Malaysia isn't Bali, it isn't Thailand, and it's definitely not a party paradise. And that's exactly why it's special. While other countries have been overrun by tourists, Malaysia quietly thrives on its own terms. People discover it slowly, fall in love, and often stay for decades. Today, I'll explain why Malaysia is still authentic, why expats love it, and why the internet myths, well, let's just say they're hilarious. Also, I'll share a few surprising facts that even people who have been here for years don't know. Stick around. You might discover something that completely changes how you think about Malaysia. First off, Malaysia is not a budget backpacker trap like Vietnam. Sure, you can live affordably, but alcohol is expensive, living costs are creeping up, and it's more expensive than most travelers expect. And that's actually a good thing. It filters out the noisy tourists who just chase the cheapest destinations. Malaysia attracts people who genuinely value the experience, not just their wallets. Fun fact, the average expat here spends 20 to 30% more on lifestyle than in Vietnam. But most say it's worth every ringgit for the quality of life. Second, Malaysia is not a party hotspot like Thailand. No red light districts, no constant nightlife chaos. Most people outside Asia assume Malaysia is strict and conservative, and that perception actually works in its favor. Here, tourists and expats live peacefully and locals treat them with respect. People come here to enjoy life, not chase cheap thrills. I remember visiting a rooftop bar in KL. Stunning skyline, quiet vibe, locals mingling respectfully. It felt like being part of the city, not just a tourist. Finally, Malaysia isn't marketed like Bali or Thailand. Ask a random traveler and many can't even point it out on a map. That low profile keeps it authentic. Unlike Thailand, Malaysia didn't need tourism to grow. It has oil, trade, and manufacturing. Tourism is a bonus, not a lifeline. That gives Malaysia the luxury of saying yes, come, but only if you respect the place. And that selectivity works. When people discover Malaysia on their own, they fall in love. Not because of hype, but because it feels real. Fun stat. Nearly 40% of expats in Malaysia have lived here over 10 years. Compare that to Thailand or Vietnam, where it's closer to 15%. Malaysia is getting more popular, sure, but it's a slow burn. KL is becoming one of Asia's top cities for quality of life, and Penang is quietly taking off. Here's the difference. People discover Malaysia organically. No flashy ads, no influencer hype. That slow discovery keeps the country authentic and prevents it from being overrun like other tourist hotspots. Quick question for you. If you could move to Malaysia tomorrow, which city would you pick? Comment below. I'll respond to the most interesting answers. Finally, let's talk about expats. Malaysia attracts a higher quality crowd than most other countries in the region. People here are respectful, curious, and genuinely integrate into society. Malaysians are friendly, funny, and generous, but they expect respect for culture and religion. Unlike Thailand, where the foreigner reputation has been strained, Malaysia still gives expats the benefit of the doubt. That's why so many people end up staying for decades and never want to leave. And here's a fun anecdote. I met a family in Penang who's lived here for over 40 years. They told me once you live in Malaysia, it's hard to leave. The pace, the people, the food, it just grows on you. That's the magic of this country. So do Malaysians live in trees? Nope. But they do live in a country they're proud of, and they want to protect it from chaos and over-tourism. And honestly, that's something we should all respect. Unlike Bali or Thailand, Malaysia isn't built to be overrun by tourists. It doesn't rely on tourism for its economy. It doesn't market itself aggressively, and it attracts travelers who genuinely care about the country. That's why those who discover Malaysia slowly fall in love quietly, authentically, forever. People here aren't chasing trends, they're building lives. That's rare in Asia, and it's why Malaysia continues to stand out. I want to hear from you. What's the weirdest myth you've ever heard about Malaysia? Drop it in the comments. I'll pick the funniest one and respond personally. If you want insider tips about living in Asia, the best cities and secrets most tourists never see, like subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any hidden gems. Malaysia, not Bali, not Thailand, just perfectly Malaysia.